Oh guys, we'll talk about this after our session, but yeah, I'm in a bit of a sticky situation now.
Is Garcia here? Yeah, he is. Yeah, I saw him. Yeah. Cool.
Okay, lovely stuff, lovely stuff. We're starting to push down. This is great. This is really great. Let me just quickly manage my magic keys. Let's just set up our magic keys as well. Let's input our risk. We're going in with 1% today, straight up. It's a Friday. Straight up risk, straight up damage. Okay, let's do this. Wait, by the way, Ange, can you actually go in with a position with 2% risk with this leverage? Is that possible?
You can. Yeah.
Okay, so anything over 100k, you can actually go in with a 2% risk position, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. That's great. That's great.
Room.
Because I'm actually thinking about doing that from next week, starting to up my risk a little bit. But this week I just want to secure profits, right? And then next week I can have more fun with it. But this week I want to keep it a little bit more consistent and stable, and just start securing those small profits. And then next week I can start upping the risk.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the approach I usually take with the challenges. First week, you kind of build the foundation, the base, and then after that, you start upping your risk. Because you can, right? You don't want to do that straight away because imagine 2 trades don't work out in a row, you're in 4% drawdown. That's the thing, you don't want to do that. First, we need to build the foundation. Okay, cool. Let's look at gold. We're starting to really see these massive drops now, and we're approaching this area as well. This is great. This is actually so great. Our session is going to be really good today. I can feel it. We're gonna have an amazing session today. Amazing session. One thing I want to do though, move this a little bit down as well. Even though we do have some rejections there, let's see. Let's quickly go back to the weekly actually. Let's see which zone we want to play based off. So we definitely have to keep this zone in our mind, but what we can do is mark our next zone as well. But we have to keep that zone in our mind. Yeah, this will be our range below this zone over here. So this will be like a no trade zone for me for a sell. Below that, sells could play out below that. But again, I want to see those pullbacks first. First, I want to see those pullbacks. I think with the news event, if we can correct this whole move now, I think with the news event, we can really take it back up. It will be really, really interesting to see, honestly. Really interesting to see. Okay, we have a nice resistance here, resistance there. So the structure is all the way down there. So as long as we're respecting the structure, we are all good to go. So we can even create something like this, right? Yeah, see, even aligns with the trend line. Usually I don't use this as a confluence, but yeah, could come down a little bit below this because gold is very volatile, kind of like ripping through this area, and then from there we can see some sort of rejections straight back up. I want to see something like this, honestly. Let me just quickly see if I can mark this. So something like this, right? Maybe a big rip through, and over here we start to either consolidate, start retesting, start consolidating, nice push down, retest to potentially take it back up to at least. This should be our first target, honestly. If we can get something like this playing out, I'll be really happy. Because the best thing is, right, I'll definitely look to take up my runners though, because I will be looking to execute on more positions today, 2 positions. So let's see. If we can get a lot of momentum to the top side, I might just secure 80% and let the rest of the runner do some damage. But we need to see, guys, because right now there is a lot of momentum to the downside. You guys can see very massive bearish candles are being printed. So what we are doing now is we're doing our analysis, right? We're kind of like predicting what we want price to do. So until we see that, we can't really react to it. So we need to see that in order for us to react to it. But obviously you can see it's starting to reject now. Let's see how the candles are printing. Starting to look really nice now, honestly. Let's just pull up MetaTrader 4, MetaTrader 5, my bad. Welcome to live update. Updates have been downloaded later.
Is it 7 more minutes?
Yes, 7 more minutes left. Oh gosh, 5 shots today. Ange, I see you laughing. Laughing at my misery of 5 shots.
I mean, you're bigger than me, you know. It's all right, I guess. When I was working,
Yeah.
I'd have 11 shots before 11.
11 shots.
Yeah, I started having muscle deaths.
No
Like,
way.
like my heart. I had a blood test and it says that I have some heart muscle death.
No
So then
way.
I stopped doing that.
That is just no. I feel like if you're over 60 and you do that, you're dying straight away. The only reason is because your heart is still healthy.
Yeah.
Never ever do that again, Ange. That's not good for you. 11
No, I stopped
bro,
that. Yeah.
espresso shots.
Yeah.
That is insane. Never do that again, Ange. Never ever do that again, please.
Because we had a coffee machine just there, you know.
Yeah. It's tempting though. It's tempting because it gives you so much energy, right?
Yeah.
Like you can literally just focus, but you need to everything in life. Moderation is the key.
He says with his 5 shots.
No, but that's the thing though. I will drink. I'm going to drink so much water after this, about 5 liters. So eventually, all of it will get flushed out anyway. So I'll really hydrate myself. Okay, another 5 minutes left, guys. Another 5 minutes left. Hey man, do you trade London session? No, we don't trade London session, guys. We only trade NY session. That's about it, nothing else. The thing is, you guys gotta understand, right? If you want to really become consistently profitable, in my experience, you have to stick to 1 session and 1 pair or 2 pairs max, because at that point you can really start to notice those little things, right? But if you're all over the place, like, you know, literally putting your hand into every single pair, then guess what, guys? You're not going to see those little things, right? You can only see those if you put all your attention, all your focus into that 1 pair, all your energy into that 1 pair. That's why I just put all of that into XAUUSD, which is gold, and that's about it, nothing else. I don't trade anything else. I do plan on trading US 30 though in the future, but not now. Right now we're focusing on this. Because there are a couple of things I'm seeing recently that we need to work on. Yeah, because usually recently markets have been really good, but you are starting to get those days now where markets are rangy, very rangy. Usually you don't get that with gold, right? So I need to start tweaking my system. And yeah, let's just see. Because you guys gotta understand, right? Around these times, like it really starts to die down. The momentum really starts to die down. The volume really starts to die down. So because gold is so volatile, right? You'll still have the momentum in the market, but you'll still see those days where price will need to just relax and breathe. But let's say like you start going to like obviously, let's say like March time, June time, no consolidations on gold. No way. I mean, yeah, you can get some days where you can consolidate, but it's really volatile. But end of the year and the start of the year, second, I think the first and the second month, start of the year, Jan and Feb, the volume is low, and then also the end of the year, so around December time, the volume is quite low, because everyone's on a holiday, right? All the big bankers and stuff like that. Have you guys noticed how literally you can't trade GJ? It's not tradable around like December time. December, January, you cannot trade GJ whatsoever. Garcia, you know that, right? About GJ, bro. Do you trade GJ around December time? January, December, around that time?
No, last year I took a break from trading in December.
When does it start to die down, the momentum on GJ?
Yeah, usually like after Thanksgiving, you see it slow down a bit.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because I remember trading it last time. I had to literally take a month or two off to stay away from that period. It was not moving whatsoever, man. Like the most you'll get in a day will be like 50 pips to one direction. That's all you'll get. And for GJ, that was a lot, man. A lot. 50 pips was a lot.
It's much easier to trade in the London, but we can't be up that late.
Yeah. Yeah, GJ was way volatile during London, I remember. Okay, guys, another minute left. Now let's focus. Okay, at this point now, we're starting to approach 17776. So 76 area, I want to see if this holds as a resistance, or can we start clearing this? Because I am looking to execute on a buy position. We're starting to create some sort of consolidation over here, which we did speak about. So let's just see what happens now, because we are approaching the top side of the consolidation, and we don't want to get caught in what the same thing we got caught in yesterday, right? So let's just see now. At the moment, we are creating lower lows and lower highs. Let's just quickly mark this area over here, because I want to see this area. We rip out of this area right here. So this area here, I want to see it gets broken to the top side, retest to take it back up. But I'm really interested in those buys. There we go. This is the news event as well. So let's see what happens at this point. I'm going to just get my magic keys ready. Let's just see what happens. Can we get that correction? Now, let's see. Okay, at this point now, we're getting that momentum to the downside. It's potentially creating the bottom wick at the moment, and it can retest the area as well. 771, I want to see that gets retested, and then I want to see a massive rejection from around here. Let's see if you can get something like that. Okay, we've broken out of the range at this point now, starting to dump a little bit more. Next zone we have is 69. That's what we are approaching. We are getting a lot of rejections from the downside though. Got to keep that in our mind. How much of a range do we have to the downside? We have another 23 pips. Does it make sense to jump in this sells? No. It doesn't make sense, because your stop loss will be too big. So we need to just let it do its thing, and most probably can capitalize on a buy position later on. But right now, just got to let it go. Let it do its thing. And let's wait for momentum to exhaust. Don't want to see any momentum to the downside. I want to see buyers take control. At that point, we can execute on our buyers. There we go. At this point now, the candle is starting to flip, and you are starting to see rejections from the downside as well. That is great. You're starting to see those rejections. I really want to see how this area holds. I want to see how this candle starts printing out as well. Okay, I'm really interested in executing on a buy position here, honestly. But I want to see how this candle prints though, and how it closes as well. I want to be super careful, right? Because the previous one moved too much, so this one might just be doing that pullback, right? Some sort of deeper pullback, and then from there we start taking it all the way back down. I want to be super careful. So let's see how it closes first. Right now it's still open, so yeah, I'm still sitting on my hands. We're starting to retest this area. Let's see if we can start clearing this area with some sort of momentum. If we start clearing this, we're coming to the top side of the range. But let's wait and see. So yeah, basically 771 area, I want to see that gets cleared. So previous candle did a retest. At this point now, let's see what this current candle does. If we start breaking these highs and push straight to the top side with some sort of momentum, I think we could take one entry here. But let's see though. I want to be super careful. At this point, you can see sellers are still in control right now. They're just basically doing some sort of retest over here, so you can really start seeing more momentum to the downside kick in. So we want to be extra careful, guys, extra careful. But again, this is a really volatile session now, also really volatile news event. So at this point now, if you do fail to break to the downside and I start seeing some sort of bullish momentum, I'm going to use that as a confluence to take it back up, just aiming for the 1-to-1. Yeah, it will just be one position over here though, so let's see how it works out. I'm looking to execute on 2 positions today, but we're going to wait for our confirmations first. Man, the way this is moving, I really like it at this point now. Okay, I'm gonna execute on 1 buy position here, guys. Partial TP at 1-to-1. I'm gonna look to scale in on this, but first I want to see more confirmations. Right now, I don't have enough confirmations to scale in on this. I'll look to scale in on this later on. Right now, it can really easily turn into the point where it starts dropping from. So I want to be super careful here. Super careful. Is it impulsive entry? No, impulsive entry is a sniper entry. So I want to be super careful here, because this can just turn into that retest area for it to start dumping down. So this is I'm gonna look to scale in on this position, but let's wait at the moment, because you gotta understand, very volatile news event. You wanna be super careful here. This can literally be a retest, but again, guys, the way it dumped, now it's starting to recover with a volatile session and a volatile news event. It needs to pull back a little bit, right? It needs to correct itself back a little bit. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm using that as a confluence. So let's see. I really want to see this candle starts to print to the top side, a massive engulfing candle, because I don't see any bearish momentum at the moment in the markets. That's the thing. I want to see these highs get cleared over here now. And then, yeah, I'll show you guys my MetaTrader 5 in a little bit. Let me just manage my positions, because I can't have a split screen on MetaTrader 5 and TradingView. As soon as we start clearing these highs, I think we should be good to go straight to the top side of the range. As soon as we start tapping 1775, I'll start making it risk free. But I want to see this gets clear now with some sort of momentum, massive explosive candle to the top side. Yeah, honestly, I can see this area becoming that area where we start to reverse from, but it just needs more momentum to kick in at this point now, because this is such a volatile session at this point, right? So now either you're going to see one massive bearish candle and this is going to turn into your pullback, or you're going to see those rejections to the top side. That's what you're looking to see. So at the moment, I've not scaled in with a lot of risk, but now if I start seeing more bullish momentum kick in, at that point I have the confirmation and I'll look to scale in. At that point, I'll show you guys my MetaTrader 5 as well, but right now I need to focus so I can scale in. Don't want to miss out any entries. So at this point now, this candle here needs to turn into that retest candle, turning this support, this area into a support area and starting to reject to the top side. That's what we are looking for. But usually we understand that gold likes to make the first leg up, second leg down, afterwards you get the third leg up to the top side, right? That's what I'm waiting for at the moment. And I think with that we can get another nice entry to the top side. Let's see though, let's wait. Let's have patience. Patience pays. Let me just set this up. Okay, this is the new 5-minute open as well. It needs to obviously create the bottom wick and then start pushing up. At this point now, this candle should start pushing up to the top side. You guys can see we're starting to consolidate at this point as well around this area. You want to see some more momentum kick in, and I think we're going to start engulfing everything to the left, to the top side. That's what I'm looking to execute on. If I can see another nice bullish candle at this point now, clearing all of this range, I'll execute on a buy position. But I really want to relax right now. I'm chilling on this, because it can really turn into that pullback area at the moment as well. And if I see a lot of bearish momentum, I'm going to take out this one position that I have here. But I think this should be good to go, honestly. Should hold. Let's see though. Come on, gold. Let's start engulfing everything to the left now. As you guys can see, there is like literally no momentum to the downside just at the moment. It's just struggling to push down with so much momentum to the downside, and at this point you can see the momentum is starting to exhaust. So the only thing that you can now get is obviously your pullbacks, right? And the pullbacks are going to be obviously a little bit bigger as well. That's the thing. So I'm trying to capitalize on the pullback, but once obviously we start breaking out of this range, I can scale in. But first First, I'm looking to capitalize on this pullback, which I'm expecting right now. Looking at the 30-minute candle as well, look at that. It needs to pull back a little bit. It's pushed down way too quickly, especially because of the news. I'm expecting those pullbacks now. So I need this 1-minute candle to start engulfing everything to the left at this point now, start clearing this range. And there we go. We're starting to see some momentum now. This is lovely. We just need to clear this top side, which is 773, right? And then there we go. This is what we like. It needs to start clearing with some sort of momentum at this point now. And I think we should be good to go. Just a little bit more momentum to the top side. And I'll look to you, I'm looking for something like this, by the way. Let me show you my second position up there above the range. But I want to see the range gets cleared first. Stop loss, obviously not that big up, but something like this, aiming for the top side of the range. That's what I'm looking to execute on. But I want to see this range gets cleared first. This is about how many pips? This range is about 56 pips. There we go. We're starting to clear the top side of the current range, which we have right here. I want to see this candle just engulf the whole range though, because I don't want this to turn into that turning point where price starts to start pushing down from. I really need this candle to start engulfing everything to the left now at this point. So let me show you guys what I'm looking for quickly. See my MetaTrader 5, right? I have one position here right now, but I'm looking to scale in on this, but I want to first see how price reacts around this area. So let me just mark this area right now. So this area right here, I want to see how price reacts around this area right here. If we can start clearing this area with some sort of momentum, as you can see, this was a support area and also our resistance area. If we clear this with some sort of momentum, at that point, I'll look to execute on another buy position. But right now, I will make this risk-free as soon as I start tapping into 1775.40. Because right now, the volatility, you can see, it is a lot of bullish momentum, but it looks like a pullback right now. I want this to turn into a break now rather than a pullback. So I'm looking to capitalize on a pullback, and then after that I'll capitalize on a break as well. So I really need this candle to push straight to my TP at this point now, start engulfing everything to the left. There we go. This is what we like. We're up 13 pips at this point now, guys. 13 pips at this point. This is lovely. I need this candle to start exploding up again straight to my TP to the top side of the range. We can expect those rejections from the top side of the range. So if I see any rejections from 74, no big deal. No big deal whatsoever. At this point, as long as we don't clear these lows over here, we should be good to go. And you're really starting to get those pullbacks and rejections, and we know that this is a really volatile session. We need to correct a lot of the move that's happened during London, right? So yeah, we can expect those massive explosive moves to the top side. So yeah, I really do like this trade setup. I'm up more than 10 pips now, about 14 pips at this point now. I think we just need the last bit of a candle, man, just engulfing everything to the left. Otherwise, we can see those bearish candles printing right now. We want to see some more momentum kick in. I want to see that clear direction, right? Like a clear massive candle. At that point, I can execute on another buy order. But right now, it just seems like some sort of pullback, right? So that's what I told you guys. I'm capitalizing on the pullback, right? Trying to cash in on a pullback. So once I have that clear direction, okay, now at this point, this is not a pullback, right? Like massive bullish candles. At that point, I'm looking to scale in. But I would like to secure this as well first before looking to scale in. So I want to obviously secure this. At that point, I've got some profits to play with. So let's see if we can start clearing these highs and straight to the TP. That'll be amazing. Okay, at this point now, this area over here, we're struggling around here. This area looks like it's turning into some sort of resistance around here. So if we need to start clearing the highs of the previous candle. At that point, I think we can start pushing all the way to the top side of the range. From there, we can get our last bit of rejection. And then once we have the last leg done, afterwards, I think we can take it back up. But let's see how it plays out. Let's see how it plays out. Right now, it looks good. A lot of momentum to the top side. But I want this to give me that clear confirmation, that clear direction in the markets, and I don't want this to look like a pullback. Right now, it just looks like a pullback, but as we expected, a very explosive pullback, which was expected due to the current price action. But once we get some sort of clear confirmation that okay, now price wants to take it all the way back up, at that point I'm scaling in with another buy position. But we need to start clearing these highs though over here, 1774.40. As soon as we clear these highs, I think we should be good to all the way to the top side of the range. From there, we can get the last leg done, and then afterwards we start clearing the highs. We're going straight to my TP at that point. We just need a little bit more momentum to kick in. We've got another 4 minutes left for the next 15-minute open. After the next 15-minute open, let's say if my TP is not hit, I will most definitely make it risk-free. But at the moment, I still want to give it a lot of room to breathe. It is only at 1% risk position, so I don't mind giving it room to breathe. No biggie whatsoever. See, at this point, you're starting to get a lot of rejections as well from the downside, right? But price is just waiting for that last bit of momentum, and I think you're gonna see one explosive candle just ripping off everything, just going straight to the moon, just like smashing my TP. But I think it needs to first get the momentum because sellers are still in control because we are so bearish on the time frames, right? That's the thing. So over here, there's some sort of like competition going on between the buyers and the sellers. Sellers are trying to drive the price down over here, but buyers at this point are taking control. So that's the thing. I think we're going to see some sort of maybe bigger pullback and then a heavy rejection to the top side. Something like that we can see. Let's see though. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. At this point, I don't want to see price coming all the way to the downside though, all the way to the downside. At that point, if we do get some sort of massive bearish candles and start seeing like a nice, you know, obviously bearish candle, nice engulfing candle, at that point I'll look to manage risk as well. Because right now, I'm expecting explosive moves to the top side. But right now, guys, you can see it's just trying to figure out if it wants to go up or down. Right now, buyers and sellers are in some sort of battle. So whatever wins, it will be explosive move. So let's say if buyers do take control, it will be explosive move to the top side. If sellers take control, it will be a very explosive move to the downside as well. So at that point, I'll look to manage risk. But right now, I do like this setup. Everything's clean, creating those higher highs, higher lows. Right now, this is just becoming that pullback because look where the resistance is, right? On the minute structure, the resistance is literally all the way there. That's where your resistance is, and we haven't even tapped into that resistance. That's how much momentum there is to the top side. The price is even failing to come down to retest the resistance on the minute time frame. That's how volatile gold is, and that's how much bullish momentum there is right now. So this is really good right now. This is amazing setup. But now this candle, we want to see that one candle just start ripping out and literally just engulfs everything to the left. That's what I'm looking for now. That's what I'm looking for. Another minute left for the new 15-minute open. With that, we can probably get the pullback. We have to create the bottom wick and then hopefully some nice explosive move to the top side. Let's see if we can do that with the next 15-minute opening now. And I think hopefully our TP should be hit with the next 15-minute. Let's see. I think we can first get the nice push to the downside, just retesting this resistance area over here or the support area down there. That's why my stop loss is below the structure, and then after we can get a nice explosive move to the TP. But I'm really bullish on gold right now. Might even look to scale in with another position, but first I'll wait for this profits actually. Okay, this is the new 15-minute approaching now, guys. We're up about 10 pips and I think we're about to explode. Honestly, I think it's really about to explode. There we go, the new 15-minute open. It needs to create the bottom wick. Let's see if we can start respecting the support area. Start breaking all these highs. At that point, we can get a nice push to the top side. Straight push up to my TP. But it needs to push down a little bit first, create a sustainable wick. Otherwise, it will want to come down later. But if it can create a sustainable wick now, it will be happy days, right, for us. And then after that, let's just start clearing all these highs. Because we did open literally at the resistance and a lot of sellers are sitting up here, you can get some sort of explosive push down, right? But look how much momentum there is to the top side. That even though we opened at the resistance, the push down wasn't really that explosive. It just shows me that there is so much bullish momentum in the market right now. So now I want to see these highs get cleared. Literally, as soon as we clear these highs, I think we want to explode straight to my TP. There we go. I think this candle might be it, guys. We might see like a nice massive engulfing bullish candle at this point now. Let's see though. At this point we have the upper wick as well, so if it wants to come down to create a deeper bottom wick, it will do that now. But I think now it's just going to start ripping to the top side. Let's see though. Let's see. It is a 15-minute open. It usually is very volatile, so it needs to create those bottom wicks and upper wicks before doing anything else. But yeah, right now, as soon as I think 1774.40, as soon as we clear that, we should be good to go. Honestly, should be good to go. This is the last area that's holding right now. And because we opened at the resistance, that's why it will have some sort of issues, right? That's the thing. Sellers are sitting up here, literally, trying to take the price down. But yeah, let's see what happens. Okay, we're retesting this area now. 73, which is a support area for us. So 73 and 74 is our range right now. So let's see. Sellers are sitting at 74, buyers are sitting at 73 as well. You understand? But it needs to come down to collect more buy orders though. So it might do that, right? Before ripping to the top side. So 73, you will see some sort of buy orders start executing around this area as well. This is definitely one of your order blocks where buy orders will get executed. But let's see though. That's your 15-minute open. That's what it does. That's what it does. I feel like it's just coming down to collect all those buy orders, and then we're going to see that rejection potentially from this resistance area, or we have the support area below that as well. It depends, right? How much of a deeper wick it wants to create for us. It might also want to create that, you know, double bottom to the downside, because we have a key area down here as 70. So yeah. But I want to see massive rejections, and then this candle starting to flip. At this point, we've tapped into the resistance area. Now we are seeing some buy orders being executed. We can see some sellers are starting to lose the momentum. Buyers are taking control at this point now. So I want to see now buyers become so explosive that we start clearing 74 and rips straight to my TP. There we go. This is what we like to see. Buyers are in control at this point now. We have a lot of buy orders that have been executed around here. So at this point now, let's see. Potentially price can come down, break this, tap those orders out. These are your scalp orders. They can potentially get tapped out, and then after that start pushing up, creating that double bottom here as well at this support area. But let's see what happens. But I think as soon as we clear the 74, we're gonna get such a nice move up. It will be beautiful. And around 75, I'll look to make this risk free as well. Until then, I am accepting the loss. That's what trading is about, right? You take a higher probability setup, and you have to be willing to accept that loss. Okay, at this point now, maybe it's going to tap all of these orders out, collect some liquidity here. All these scalp orders will get taken out, and then after we can get massive rejection, but it needs to break this area in order to do that, right? First it breaks this, then maybe some sort of explosive move to the support, and then from there massive momentum to the top side. Otherwise this just becomes a retest, and buyers are in control. That is so bullish. If it fails to break this area, at that point we know that it is very bullish. A lot of buyers are in control over here. But if we can break this, most probably just grabbing the liquidity, tapping out all these buy orders, and potentially from 70 we can get a massive push up, right? But you can see as soon as price comes down, it attempts to break. You just see a massive rejection to the top side. So that's good for us. So that's it. Let's see if it wants to come down, tap all of these orders out, some sort of nice explosive move, and then rejection to the top side. That's what I'm looking to see now at this point. Okay, there we go. Now a nice explosive move to the downside at this point now, and I want to see a nice rejection to the top side at this point. Now this is a nice pullback, also a nice bottom wick. So yeah. At this point, we understand that if once we get those rejections now, all the highs start to break. At that point, I don't want to see price coming down again. This is now us starting to form that double bottom as well once we see that rejection. So we got to keep that in our mind as well. So the double bottom will start forming, but we want to see those rejections now. We don't want to see any bearish momentum. At that point, I'm taking out this position. If I see a lot of bearish momentum kick in, this is it. I want to see the retest of this support area, massive rejections to the top side, and buyers take control. That's what I'm looking to see. I don't want to see these last bit of wicks get broken down there. I want to see the rejections kick in now. Honestly, at this point, if I see more bearish momentum, at that point it's going to stop me out. But this is the area where I'm looking for buyers to take control at this point now. More buying momentum kicks in. This is what I'm looking for. Let's see though. I want to see how the next candle opens. Let's see if the next candle can take price all the way to the top side now. I don't want it to break these lows anymore, the lows that we have created. I want these lows to hold. Otherwise it's coming downtown. These lows should really hold. If we break these lows, at that point we're starting to break the structure, and it's taking out my position for sure. Now this candle needs to engulf everything to the left and start pushing to the top side. If it comes down, it's going to take me out, because the spreads will activate and take me out. That's it. I want to see the rejection now to the top side. There we go. This needs to engulf everything to the left, not push down anymore. Otherwise, it's still got some more room to the downside. And I'm taking this position out. But this is where you have a lot of liquidity. Retest. Bottom wick has been created as well. Double bottom has been formed. At this point now, it has no business going down unless it wants to drop, right? So I'm taking out this position as soon as it starts dropping. As soon as it... Oh, my stop loss is there anyway. So yeah, it makes sense. But at this point, I have been taken out, guys. My gosh, it took me out so quickly. But I'll look to execute on the same setup, guys. I'm not looking for any setups, any sells. I'm looking for a buy position. Same thing I'll look to execute on, but later on. I'm going to let it do its thing now. Let it drop down how much ever it wants to drop. because we are starting to tap this area now, 768, and we know that gold likes to go to the T. So this is our key area being tapped out over here, and I'm going to only look to execute on a buy position. A lot of potential to the top side. I'm not looking to scale in on any sells. This is just one of my positions that have been tapped out. No big deal. Still got more risk in the tank. A lot of risk in the tank actually. But let me just move my MetaTrader 5. So let me show you guys what I'm looking for now. Look, at this point now, what's happened is we have a lot of momentum to the downside, right? Let's quickly go on the daily. I think what gold is looking to do now is, let's quickly go to the weekly. I know exactly what gold is looking to do. It's coming down to this zone over here. From there, we're going to see the massive rejection. Most definitely, I think. From here, we're going to see the massive rejection. So I'm going to look to execute on another position, but it will be a buy position. Sells, I'm not interested in. It's too low for me to sell, honestly. Way too low for me to sell. As I said, I don't have those clear confirmations for those sells just yet. Okay, let's go back to the minute time frame. Starting to tap this area now. Starting to see some rejections. Let's see how the candles print out at this point. Let's really see. Let's really see. Let's go Goldilocks. Just manage my risk quickly. So allow 1%. Okay, my risk is good to go. Just quickly add to so that actually let's quickly change that as well. Still looking to execute on the same thing, guys. It just wants to push down a little bit more. No big deal. Because when we do get the buys, it will be really explosive, and I'll scale in and I'll make sure I capitalize on that massive push to the top side. But until then, just got to sit on our hands now. Just let it get exhausted, because it will push down more now. Yeah. But obviously this was a good trade. We had a lot of confluences, but I feel like the pullback, I guess, just was not as explosive as I expected it to be. That's all it was. But it was a good trade. We were up more than 10 pips. But until it gets to a certain area, I don't make it risk free. So yeah, I did let my trade do its thing. That's what trading is about. But at this point, I'm gonna let all of this get exhausted, and then I'll look to execute again. We got these areas approaching. From these areas, I think we can get a really nice move when we get that rejection. True. Max loss per day. Okay. Cool. How much more space we got to the downside now? Got another 20 pips left. I think we can still come down a little bit more. Let's see how big these candles are. These candles over here, honestly, that's the thing. It just shows me that there is clean momentum to the downside at the moment. But when you see some sort of reversal, you're going to see two of these candles. They are going to get engulfed. At that point, I'm executing to the top side. I wanted to come down a little bit more though. Below 74, 70, 63. 64 to 63 will be a good range. Okay, starting to see some momentum kick in now. Starting to reject from this point on. A lot of bullish momentum starting to kick in now. I want to see how the next one opens as well. We do have another 4 minutes left for the new 4 hour, so I want to be super careful. but it's pushed. It did push down now. I like it. Let's see the next one. Opens good as well. I'm going to scale in with one tiny position here, guys, if I see some more explosive to the top side. I want it to clear 1767 though. First, I want it to come down, create the bound wick, clear 1767. I'm going to look to stack around this area though. That's the thing. So stop loss below 63 should be good. Look to stack up here. It's about how many pips? 48 pips. I want it to come down a little bit more. Do another retest first and then start clearing the highs with some sort of explosive move. We got another 4 hour approaching as well. This is the area we are expecting the pullbacks from now. Just wanted to come down to the T. Literally, that's all it was. I want to see how the next candle opens first. Okay, I'm going to... Never mind. Alright, I'm setting my magic keys now, guys. I'm going to execute on this if I see some more momentum kick in. Okay, let's set this up. I'm looking to execute on this now. And let's get the last bit of push. That's my magic keys. Let's get the last bit of explosive push to the top side. There we go. Let's get that push again. There we go. Alright. I'm in this now, guys. I like this. Big stop loss though. Big stop loss. I'm looking to stack up on this as well. Let's do partial TP at 1 to 1. Oh, what's happening? Hold on a second. Magic keys. Don't mess this up. Partial TP. Wait, what's happened? Okay, there we go. Okay, I want to stack up on this. I'm in a position here. I want to stack up on this, but I want all of this gets corrected first. I want to see this area gets turned into some sort of support, and I'm stacking up on this with dynamic risk at this point. I'm going to actually lower down my risk even a little bit more to 0.25. Let me just quickly do that for the other positions, because I'm looking to stack up on this, but with tiny positions. No big positions at this point now, because I've taken 1% risk. So at this point now, this is the recovery phase and coming back to profits phase. Where is it? 0.2. Let's do 0.25. This should be good. Okay, let's see if we can stack up on this, honestly. But I'm going to stack up with tiny positions and hold it to the top side. Alright, let's see how it plays out. Just set this up. Stop loss below the structure, around 762. Want to be extra careful right now though. Extra careful right now. 62 stop loss. It needs to start clearing all these highs first. Straight pushing up to the top side. Why is it taking up my partial TP? What's happening? Hold on a second. Okay, there we go. Partial TP is back. Lovely stuff. I think as soon as we start clearing these highs, we should be good to go up. As soon as we start clearing this area, start turning it into a support, should be able to stack up to the top side of the range. That's what I'm looking to do. Well, we need to just clear these highs first. Turn this area into a support area, and then after that start exploding to the top side. I don't want to see this get turned into a resistance and one massive explosive candle to the downside. Not interested in seeing something like that. So at this point, we understand gold has come down to the T, literally retested a key area here. At this point now, the only thing I want to see is either a pullback and a double bottom, but I don't want to see this area gets cleared. At that point, I'll look to execute on a buy position maybe later on. Because at that point, we got clean range to the downside. And until we're coming back to this range and clearing this range, I'm leaving the bias. But right now, this area should hold, and we should have a nice explosive move to the top side. That's what I'm looking to capitalize on. We need to start clearing all these highs at this point now and turn this area into a support area. So potentially about 68. If we can turn 68 into a support area, I'll look to scale in on this 68. Let me just mark that as well. 68. Yeah, this area now, I want to see that get turned into some sort of support area, the 68 area. See right now it's having some sort of issues around here with the highs are. If we can engulf these highs, I think we should be good to go. Oh, why do I have to take this out? If we can literally engulf these highs at this point now with some sort of momentum, I think we should be good to go. Okay. If I can see a nice bullish candle at this point, I'll be looking to execute on a position. But I want to see these highs, they get cleared, and a nice bullish candle with no momentum to the downside. I want to see clear bullish momentum. Okay, let's see. Aiming for the top side of the range. I'll keep my stop losses really big though when I stack up on this, like really big stop losses below this structure, because they can still come down to create the double bottom. There's a lot of momentum to the downside, but in order for me to stack, I want to really see those higher confirmations, higher probability confirmations. So yeah, got to react to the market, not predict it. I want to see a nice close breaking out of this range first, retest, and then we can take it back up. Okay, I like the way it's starting to approach the top side, but I don't want to see any rejections. That's the explosive break to the top side. That's what we like. Straight up, straight up. But I want to see this close above this as well. So let me show you guys what I'm looking to do. So as you guys can see, I have one position right here is up about 14 pips, but this position is massive. The stop loss is all the way down there, and I want to scale up on this, but I want to see a nice engulfing bullish close first, and then retest, and then take it back up. So I gotta take the MetaTrader 5 back so I can focus on these guys, and yeah, I'll let you guys know if I stack up on this. But I really want to see those confirmations first. It's starting to clear this range. That's excellent. That's what I want to see. I want to see how the next candle opens now as well. Is this going to start dumping straight down or straight back up? Okay, let's see. Okay, cool. I want to see 1770 get tapped, aiming for the top side of the range. So what I'm doing now is basically waiting for that next leg down, and then after that I'll scale up. Right now it's just like, you gotta understand, this is your leg up. You don't want to scale up on your leg up. You never scale up on your leg up. You scale up on the leg down when it starts to go back up again. See, leg up, leg down, scale up, leg up. Need to wait for the leg down, scale up for the leg up. I don't want to scale up on the leg up. It doesn't make sense to do that. Because if you scale up on the leg up, guess what? As soon as you get the leg down, even if it becomes a rejection, guess what? Game over for you. Your entry is all the way up there when it could have been all the way down there if you did wait a little bit more. Man, this candle here now, as soon as it starts reversing, good to go up. What it do is actually magic keys. Anyone in any sort of trades right now? Money to raise.
I'm on one buy.
Nice, 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 nice. Yeah, it's looking good right now, but this area I want to see. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I want to wait for this leg down first. Once we start clearing the leg down, then I'll look to scale in for another buy position. Right now I want to see the leg first. Okay, at this point, I think we're about to clear that leg down. Might look for that tiny position over here, honestly. 3-3. Let's see how this candle closes now. Let's see if we can engulf everything to the left. We do have a nice clean range to the top side. That's the best thing about it. Let's see, let's see, let's see. I want to see nice momentum to the top side though. That's the thing. There we go. I'm looking to scale in on this, guys. Keeping stop loss below this current structure. About 413 pips. Yeah. So let's see now. Let's see if I can manage my first position first, actually. 413 pips. Okay, let's see. This will be how many pips? 38. 413. Okay. Okay, guys. I am in another position over here now. Let's see how it plays out. Let's see how it plays out. Let's see how it plays out. I want to see this gets cleared at that point. Let's see if we can scale in, but I want to see this gets cleared first, because this is the next leg up now. Either the next leg up will become a resistance or it will become the breakout point, right? That's the thing. That's the thing. At this point, I really want to see this candle start to get off everything to the left, and we should be really good to go up, get like a nice explosive move to the top side. This needs to become the rejection area. Otherwise, this is not a leg up. It's just that pullback, basically, if it becomes that resistance, right? So I want to be super, super careful, extra careful here. Let's see if this area starts holding pretty much. I don't want to see it coming all the way down at this point. I want to see it start chilling around this area over here. And then hopefully. Because even though I do want to scale up, I want to be super careful, right? Super, super careful. Don't want to just jump into it. I want to wait for those extra careful. Like, look, one thing now, current price action, we are in a consolidation. So we need to break out of this. Look, this price attempted to basically make another leg up, but it started to reject from this point on, all right? So I want to be super, super careful. Super, super careful. Now, what can price do? Come down, do a deeper retest. But if we start clearing this area here now, then at that point, you're coming all the way down again, right? So this area needs to hold at this point now, which is 66. 66 needs to hold. That's why my stop losses are really big, guys. Really, really big stop loss. And this is 1% risk. To the downside. To the downside. Another minute left for the new 5-minute open. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Two things are going to happen. Either this will turn into that resistance area to start pushing down again, create new lows, or this will turn into that turning point, right? Where we start pushing up from. So we just need to see now what sort of confirmations we get. Okay, this candle looks really, really good to the downside. So at this point now, you want to see those rejections, right? That's what you want to see. Let's see how this candle closes first. And you're starting to get those rejections from the downside at this point now. And now let's see how the next one opens as well. Because you do need to get the pullback, right? Break out of the range, have that deeper pullback, and then after that start exploding to the top side of the range. So the support area is all the way down there. But now if, let's say, we start clearing the support area, I'll look to manage risk. Even though my stop loss is really big, it's still always wise to manage risk, because this is my second position now, so I want to be super, super careful. I want to see how price plays around this support area though. This area I'm looking to see how price plays around this area. Look at the way the candles are printing. There is still some more momentum to the downside at the moment, as I can see. But as soon as we get a nice bullish candle, at that point, I think we should be good to go up. Then your leg down is done, right? At that point, it needs to create the next leg up. There we go. This is what we like. Nice bullish push up. Straight up. That's what we like to see. Needs to start pushing all the way to the top side, start clearing this range. At that point, I think we're going to start creating that next leg up. But until then, this range is holding. I want to be super careful. Need this candle to start ripping up to the top side, honestly. Like massive, 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 massive candles to the top side. Really want to see these massive candles start printing out now. Because this area is a area, right? Is a resistance area. You want to be super careful. Once 67, last area. I want to see get tapped and then rejections. I don't want to see this area gets cleared, the 67 area. I don't want to see that get cleared. Right now there is just no momentum. Let's see how it plays around 67 area. Can you get those rejections, or you're going to start seeing massive candles? Okay, this is the area I want to see hold as a support area. If we start clearing this with some sort of momentum, I'm going to look to manage my position, because I really do want to see this area hold. Because it's pushed up so much, it needs to correct itself down a little bit. But again, very bearish right now. The market's really bearish. So yeah, don't want to fight against it. I want to give it as much room to breathe as possible, but if we start clearing the 50% range that we have at that point, I can manage risk because my stop loss is really massive. That's the benefit of having a big stop loss. Because we are quite bearish. A lot of momentum to the downside, and I don't want to fight it. But this should be the area now where the leg down should be done. This area should not get cleared. If you see a nice break of this area, at that point we know we're coming down to the next support area, which is all the way down there. At that point, if you start clearing this, it can tap me off. So I want to manage my position at 50%. Look at the new foot over. You have the upper wick and you have the bottom wick at this point, right? Two things can be happening. Either it's going to come down, retest the bottom wick, and then push it straight back up, but it has created that massive upper wick now as well. It needs to pull back a little bit. You gotta understand that, guys. So at this point, it goes up, breaks this upper wick. We should be good to go. Otherwise, it can become a rejection upper wick. Don't want to be part of it if it becomes a rejection. Rather than an upper wick, it becomes a rejection. Don't want to be part of it at that point. Okay, now let's see how this candle closes. If it does start to look like it's about to engulf everything, I'll close 50% of my position. Okay, if it starts breaking its own lows again, I'm closing 50% of my position. Managing risk. Managing risk. You have some more of a deeper bottom wick at this point now. Come on, gold, let's break out of this consolidation. Why do we have to be part of these consolidations, man?
I feel like it could come down and touch that 4-hour wick right there.
That's what it's going to do, yeah. Potentially create a double bottom and then push up. That's why my stop loss is all the way below there. But I'm going to
you got stop loss at?
my stop loss is all the way below this area, the key area, all the way below this. Like all the way down there. But I'm going to look to manage though.
Okay,
If it pushes down again. Okay, I'm managing here. If it breaks these lows of the previous 1 minute candle, I'm managing 50%. Closing half.
Man, I think it could come down to like 1757.
Most definitely, but we always have to manage our risk, right?
No, yeah. I'm just, it
Most
looks
definitely you can.
strong bearish, that 4 hour candle, man. Rejection.
Yeah, at the moment you're not seeing that momentum kick in. That's the thing. It's so exhausted again. That's the thing. Like during London, it's been pushing so much, and then as soon as we got our open, it just dropped. That's the thing. It's gonna consolidate because it's so exhausted now. But I think those pullbacks are expected at this point now. Either that, or we're gonna just start dumping again. Two things are gonna happen. But if we start dumping again, I'm gonna leave this now, and just let it do its thing. But from this point on, I'm really expecting those pullbacks now. Honestly. But I need this area to hold, man. This bottom wick I want it to hold now. It's a nice bottom wick. I really need it to start rejecting and start clearing these highs on the 4 hour. This bottom wick, I want this bottom wick to hold. Really want it to hold at this point. Because this bottom wick is nice. It's sustainable. At this point now, 4 hours should start creating new higher highs. It shouldn't create a deeper bottom wick at this point. If it does, I'm going to start looking to take on my position. Like start chopping my position down. Because I'm all about managing risk. That's what we are about. Managing risk. I like this 4 hour bottom wick now. I don't want to see this get broken. I don't want to see this break anymore. This 4 hour wick, if it breaks, I'm chopping this position down. Most definitely. Okay, there we go. We're starting to see the momentum now. I want to see the upper wick gets broken and then we go straight back up to 776. I like this now. This is really nice. Really nice at this point. There we go. This is lovely. Let's go, gold. Let's go. This is what we waited for. Nice. Let's go. Let's start breaking these highs straight to the TP. This better not be a pullback and you see one nice messy bearish candle. Oh gosh. Let's go, gold. Let's go to the top side. So man, as soon as we break out of the range, we should be good to go. But it's just this top side is still with the range. I want to see this get broken first. Starting to struggle here again. This area needs to get cleared first. As soon as we clear this area, as soon as we start breaking the highs on the 4 hour, I think we should be good to go. This is the last danger area that I don't like. This is where price can start breaking. As soon as we start exploding and start breaking out of this area, at that point it becomes good because this can be that turning point area, right? The pullback area. Price just came up here from there, start to create new lows. That's why this area I want to see get broken. As soon as we clear this area, at that point, this is not being turned into a resistance. We're breaking out of this area. At that point, next target is obviously our upper wick, right? But what business does price have going back to the upper wick and actually breaking the upper wick unless it wants to go back up, right? Do some sort of retracements. So that's what I'm expecting. I really want to see this area here gets broken. At that point, I'll have way more confidence to even execute on another position. Until then, I'm looking to just chop this position down if it starts coming back, and if it breaks these lows here, at that point I'm chopping the position down, managing risk. Because if this area holds, you gotta understand this is a key area, right? We're gonna be super reactive, super careful. But now if we start breaking out of this key area with some sort of explosive move to the top side, that's another confidence to take it back up. And it will give me more confidence to hold this position and add more risk to this position. But until then, I'm waiting to see how we play around this area. The way the candles are printing right now, I really do like them. They look really nice. Really do like them. There we go. Now we're going back to the top side of the range again. If we can start breaking this, honestly, it will be to the moon. I think then at that point gold is going to the moon as soon as we break out of this top side. So now we're starting to clear this area. Let's see if we can actually close above this area as well. And then afterwards we got 10-12 pips to the top side, and then at that point we should be good to go. This is the last bit of area. Really do want to see this gets cleared with a massive nice candle. So obviously from here to the top side it's about 15 pips. So if we can see a nice 10 pip candle printing out, closing above this candle, engulfing everything to the left, oh, that would be exciting. Very nice. Very nice actually. Whew, let's go gold. Let's go. Let's do some damage. Let's get it, man. There we go. Let's go. Needs to start pushing up now. Start turning this area into some sort of support. Explosive push up at this point now. I can really see it. Really nice push up, but it needs to clear this top side now. This top side of the range. At that point, if we start clearing this top side of the range, I'm going to add more risk on the top. Some more risk on the top. But we need to clear this top side. At that point, now right now, price has no business breaking these highs, right? But if we break these highs, time to go up, baby. All the way to the moon. All the way to the moon, gold. All the way to the moon. At that point, look, if we start flipping from here now, what's the next target? Look, we can come all the way up to at least 774, right? 774 could be the first target over here. So yeah, let's see if we can first break the top side of the range, because this is the last danger area we got left now on the 4 hour, the top side of the 4 hour, because it can be the double top formation being formed here to drop, right? But as soon as we clear this, I think we're good to go up, man. Really good to go up. There we go. Just need that last bit of explosive leg to the top side and we should be good to go up at that point. Push. Come on, gold. This is it, guys. This is it. It's coming. Just need that last bit of push. Honestly, as soon as we clear 1770, we should be good to go. Just that last bit of push we need, because this is the last bit of the area, last bit of, like, you know, your danger area, right? From here, price can start to reverse, from start creating lower lows from here. But as soon as we clear this, we're breaking the structure and we're starting to form higher highs. At that point, we are good to go. This is the last bit of the danger area now. We've cleared the main danger area, which was our key area. At this point now, we just have the 4 hour high. We know that this was the range. From after this, we got some sort of rejections from here, right? This was the last bit of a danger area. As soon as we clear this, I have a lot of confidence in this setup and I'll be holding this. But it's just this last bit of area, because at this point we understand that this is it. Now can we start clearing this? One massive explosive candle, just clearing this area. If we get that, that'll be beautiful. And there we go. This is it, guys. This is a rocket ship now. Let's go straight to the moon. Just that last bit of push, and then at that point we're clearing this area straight to the moon. Last explosive push from here. It can reverse. We just need that last bit of push. Let's see if we can get that last bit of push now. And I'm adding more risk on top if we can clear this area. Until then, I'm not adding anything, because we can really start to reverse from this point on as well. But this is the last bit of area we need to clear. At that point, I'll have a lot of confidence. Right now, this is the risky area. Very risky area. From here, you can see one massive bearish candle printer, just taking you all the way to the downside. So I want to be extra careful, guys. Extra careful. But as soon as we clear this, we're going straight to the moon. It should be a good day. But again, we have learned from yesterday, you don't want to trade the consolidation. And we know how to trade the consolidation, so we want to see a clear break of this consolidation first. That's the lesson we have learned from yesterday, right? Let's see. Straight to the moon. It is a Freaky Friday, so be super careful, guys. See, at this point now, again, starting to go back down. Honestly, that's the thing. This is the risky area. Let's see if we can get some sort of rejection from here. We have a support right here. If we can get some sort of rejections from here, then I think we should be good to go. Otherwise, it's just going to consolidate, go to the top side and the downside of the range. And yeah, at that point, you don't want to be part of it, honestly. Because if it's going to break, it should break now. We could see, that's the thing, last bit of area here. As I said, either you're going to see that double top sort of double top being formed, or you're going to see something like you know, a nice break out of it. At this point, it seems like it's becoming a double top. If I show you on the minute structure as well, is becoming a double top. So you want to be super careful here. A lot of sellers are sitting up here. That's why I want to see a nice break out of this, and I'll have a lot of confidence in this setup in order for me to execute. But until then, it's just going to take price down. But this is also your key area right here now. So if it taps this and starts rejecting, I don't like it. But now if we start clearing all highs, honestly, every single thing, at that point, this becomes your pullback. It's failing to break this area and it's being turned into a support area and taking it to the top side. We got another 4 minutes left as well for the new 30-minute open. Honestly, if we can start chilling up here and the new 30-minute comes down, taps this key area, massive rejection to the top side, I think we can see 100 pips to the top side at that point. What I really need is to start pushing up right now. It's starting to come back below this area. That's the thing. I need this area to get cleared, honestly, and then obviously this can be your new. At the moment, yeah, we are creating higher highs. So the structure looks really good, but this over here, I don't want this to get turned into some sort of double top sort of formation. I really want to see this gets cleared. Right now, we are creating higher highs. Is good structure, good price action. So yeah. The confluences are on our side, the confirmations are there as well, but it's just this last bit of area, and we know when the momentum will kick in the next 3 minutes, that will be your NYSE open. With that, we will see if it wants to push up or down. So let's see now. Let's see. But I would really like it to start pushing up a little bit more though. And with the NYSE, we can just kind of like retest this, turn this into a support and massive explosive push up to the top side. Obviously, I'm going to look to manage risk though if I see a massive bearish candle at this point. I don't want to see any massive bearish engulfing candles. If I see something like that, I'll look to manage just a little bit of risk. Because my stop loss is all the way down there. So if I do manage a risk up here, I'll take a really tiny stop loss. I mean, really tiny loss. And then I can scale back in. But look, guys, when the trade is not going your way, sometimes you need to obviously give it room to breathe and whatnot. But at this point now, with the NYSE, I don't want to see any sort of massive bearish candles printing out and actually closing. At that point, it's just sellers are still in control. I want to see with the NYSE open, we clear this range. Because look, in order for us to clear this range, we need momentum. We need momentum. And then as soon as we have volume kicking in, which is NYSE and more momentum, we're going to clear this very explosively. Like 100 pips to the top side. That's what I'm expecting, honestly. But we need to wait for another 2 minutes now. Another minute left for the NYSE. And then hopefully we can start clearing this range all the way to the top side. All the way to the top side. I want to execute something like this, right? Something like this. Stop loss actually below this structure here. Something like this. NYSE, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Time to take this up. Right now, everything's good. Structure's good. Everything's good. Obviously, the only thing that's missing is momentum. Momentum to the top side. Now that's the only thing that's missing. As soon as we see that, everything will align together for us to take it back up. But now at this point now, it's way too... At this point in the session, yeah, you want to see some sort of deeper pullbacks because with the new NYSE open, it needs to create a deeper bottom wick. But you don't want to see a engulfing close. If you see an engulfing close, I'll look to manage. So at this point, NYSE, I want to see this top side of this range gets cleared after we clear that. After we create the bottom wick, I want to see the top side of the range gets cleared. I want to see this gets turned into a support area, massive explosive push up, just breaking all highs. A rocket ship. That's what I want to see now. I think, guys, a rocket ship is loading up and we're about to take off soon. But I want to see some sort of nice pullback first. So at that point, we know it's not going to come down later on. And if it does come down later on after giving us that sustainable bottom wick, we can just look to manage our risk, right? But at the start, if you don't have a sustainable bottom wick and if it comes down, at that point, you got obviously, you know that obviously price needs to create that sustainable bottom wick. So you can't really manage risk at that point. So if it pushes down now, it will be better for us, honestly. And then a massive rejection to the top side and start clearing the range. I'll be a really happy man at that point. Okay, there we go. This is the bottom wick now. Can it just be a bottom wick, and then can we get those rejections? Can we get those rejections from this support area right here? We have the support area just a little bit below this. From here, can we get those rejections? Otherwise, if it starts engulfing everything, I'm going to look to manage risk, guys, honestly. I want to see the rejections from here now. If I don't see those rejections, if it starts breaking these lows again, I'm looking to manage risk, honestly. We are quite bearish, so I would not predict. I'm just reacting to the markets. Because they might just dump all the way down. This is when you have momentum. As soon as momentum kicks in, if it is momentum to the downside, I don't want to fight it, honestly. Okay, at this point, I'm going to look to manage risk if it pushes down even a bit more. Because at that point, we're tapping the support area. If it breaks the support area, I'm managing risk. I am managing risk at that point. Want to see those rejections kick in now. I like the bottom wick is sustainable enough. At this point, you want to see massive rejections to the top side, and I don't want to see any more lows being created. If it creates more lows, I'm managing risk most definitely. And I'm chopping this position down, and I'll call it a day. But right now, I want to see massive bullish momentum kick into the market, just clearing everything to the top side. Because we're back to turning 7. I don't want to see this 67 area gets turned into a resistance now. I want it to start exploding to the top side at this point. Close full. Honestly, I might even just call it a day as soon as we start breaking these lows, guys. Manage risk. I'm most definitely managing risk if we start breaking these lows at this point. I don't want to see these lows get broken. At that point, it's just going to come down, create a double bottom. I don't want to be part of it. It's too late into the session. I want to see the buyers play out now. Otherwise, it's going past my session. I really want to see the buyers play out now. It has all the confluences. We have all the confluences to the top side now. We just need the momentum to kick in. But at this point, if the sellers take control, it's just going to go into the session. Getting rejections from the downside, that's great. At this point now, this candle needs to start exploding to the top side, clear the top side of the range, start engulfing everything to the left. I don't want to see any more new lows get created. If we start breaking these lows again that we have created on the current 30 minutes, at that point, I'm looking to manage positions. Starting to chop this position down. But structure is still being respected. We have the bottom wick at this point now. Look at the structure still being respected. As long as we don't break this structure, I think we are good to go up. But I want to see this structure being respected. Otherwise, I'm taking it out, because otherwise our structure, next structure is down there. At that point, it's just dragging on into the session. Don't want to do that. Want to be disciplined. There we go. This should rocket up now, hopefully. We just need to clear these highs again, and then I think we can start rocketing up. This is when you should see a lot of bullish momentum kicking in. It seems like we're just consolidating again. Starting to push down. Because look, if it just consolidates, it's going to go all the way to the downside of the range, right? I know that, and I don't want to be part of this consolidation with a full position open. So I'm going to lower down my risk at that point if it becomes a consolidation. Because right now, if it was to break out the consolidation, this is it now. We have all the confluences, we have the rejections, we have the bottom wick. If it wants to push up, it has to be now. Otherwise, it's going to come down, create a double bottom, and then push up later on. And I don't want to hold my position, my full risk on this position if it comes down even a bit more. So if it breaks these lows here, I'm looking to chop this position down. This is when we should see a massive explosive bullish candle. But if we break these lows, I'm managing risk. Because right now, I don't expect price to go down anymore. If it wants to push up, it has to do it now, not later on. This is it. This is the NYSE, the new 5-minute open. It needs to create the bottom wick first. And that's it. After that, get the rejection from this support area and just start pushing up. Otherwise, this becomes a rejection over here from the top side to start pushing down, right? Because look at the way the candles are printing on the minute time frame. Many rejections from the top side. Either way now, you want to see a rejection from this support area and a massive push to the top side. Okay, at this point, guys, I'm looking to manage risk, honestly, if we clear these lows. If it doesn't switch up now and break those highs, I'm looking to manage risk at that point. Okay, I'm going to manage risk as soon as we get another push and we break the structure. Most definitely looking to manage risk at this point. Because it's just consolidating now. We're getting that rejection now. So if it breaks these lows, I'm managing risk. Closing half. But this is where honestly we should see the reversal from. If it breaks these lows, I'm out. Okay, yeah, it's starting to push down at this point. I am managing risk, guys. I'm managing risk at this point now. It doesn't make sense to hold this full risk position. If it breaks the structure, as I said, I'll manage risk. I've managed risk at this point now. I still have a position open, obviously, because my stop loss is all the way below this, but I'm managing risk. So probably we'll take less than 1%. Yeah, way less than 1%. But that's it. That's what trading is about, managing risk. My risk has been managed, but I still have my position open. So let's see. But today, man, again, we're getting caught in these consolidations, man. Honestly. We keep on getting stuck in these consolidations. Usually, what gold has been doing is it's just been pushing during London. And then we get a nice explosive push as soon as the session opens. So this is when our session opened, right? So again, look, literally this is all we've done. We've literally been stuck within this range. That's all we've done. We got open, got a nice push down, rejection, pull up. And then now you're starting to create that. You're starting to break these lows again to potentially push back down to form that double bottom formation. Whereas from this point on, I'm really expecting gold to really reverse. That's the thing. So let's see though. My other half that I got is 2.16 lots. I'm just going to hold it for hundreds and hundreds of pips at this point now. I'm not securing anything. I'm holding this position to like, yeah, minimum 76 minimum. But yeah, guys, I have managed risk and I still have a position running. I'll let you guys see the position over here. The entry is actually just up here and the stop loss is below here, and TP I'm gonna let it run at least to here. It depends, right? Because it is a Friday. If we see explosive moves to the top side, then I'll let it run. But I wanted to manage some position. I wanted to manage some risk here. Even though as long as we don't break this structure, we are good to go. But honestly, if price action wants to be choppy, I'm going to manage risk. Usually I would hold the trade. If it was my first trade, I would hold it. But you gotta understand, this is not my first trade. First trade got wicked as well. You're gonna see that massive rejection to the top side, honestly. It's just waiting for momentum. Big bearish candle. I mean big bullish candle. I can so see it. One lot, 2 lot, 3, 5, 5, 5. Let's see what happens, guys. Just got let play out at this point. Can't do anything. I wanted to stack up, but it's just not giving me the opportunity. But most definitely, I would not stack up in between this range. But as soon as we clear these highs, it looks good to stack up. But until then, no way. Impossible. Can't stack up in something like this. It's just not doing anything. I can still see this, working out and it really pushing up. But it just needs to start breaking out of this range. As soon as we break out of this range, we're gonna see a really nice move up. But we need to clear this range first. See this again, we are in this consolidation. And now we understand how to trade the consolidation. Buy the bottoms and sell the tops. Simple as that. So until we can actually understand that, okay, now at this point we've broken out of the consolidation, then we can start to take our normal sort of trades, if that makes sense, right? Right, there we go, back to profits again, and let's see what it wants to do at this point. Oh yeah, my entry is right here actually. It's not there. I'm in profits now. That's my entry. And my stop loss is below there. There we go. Let's see what we can do now. Are we gonna see another rejection from here? But I don't know why. I feel like gold needs to like push up. It needs to correct. It needs to correct. I'm expecting a massive push up to the top side, honestly. Massive push up. But I want to see this gets cleared out first. And I'm gonna look to scale in with tiny positions, but it needs to scale up. It needs to scale up first, all the way to the top side, clear out of that range first. It needs to do that. Then I might have like 10 tiny positions on. Might see like 1,000 pips to the top side. Once we clear this. 0.25. There we go. Starting to go back to the top side of the range. Up about 6 pips at this point, but I want to see this area gets cleared. And I'm holding this trade, honestly. I'm going to make it break even, but I'm holding this all the way to the top side. At least to like 86. At least for 200 pips. But it needs to give us that momentum now. It needs to start clearing this range now, honestly. There we go. Up 13 pips at this point now. Starting to approach this area again. Let's see if we can clear it now with some sort of momentum. That'll be exciting to see. There we go. Starting to push up now. Starting to look good at this point now. Amazing. Okay, there we go. At this point now, let's see. Because I'm interested in stacking up, but I want to see this gets cleared. There we go. This is what we like to see now. But again, with stacking up, I want to be super careful though. Need to know what levels should hold at this point now. There we go. We're starting to clear this. Let's see if we can get a nice close above this first. And then get that next leg down. But there you go. We're starting to push up now. The trade is starting to play out. Lovely stuff. This one I'm holding though for time, I swear to God. At least 200 pips I want to see today for all of this trouble that gold has caused me today, honestly. It's too much waiting today, man. But there we go, up 27 pips. That's what we like, guys. See, it's coming. There we go. That's what we like. I'm holding this. Telling you, I'm holding this. I'm holding this trade. There we go. That's what we like to see. I want to see a pullback now. Turn this area into some sort of rejection area. There we go. 28 pips up. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see, guys. So yeah, I'm looking to scale up on this. I haven't scaled up on this just to show you guys. I'm only up 37 pips right now. I haven't scaled up on this yet. I'm looking to scale up on this, but I haven't scaled up just yet. As you guys can see, we're up about 40 pips. Wow, this is what I've been waiting for the whole day, man. Where's this move been? Honestly, where has it been? Where has it been? Look at this move up now, guys. Been waiting the whole day for this. Look at this move up. 50 pips coming up. There we go. There we go. This is what we have been waiting for the whole day. I see 200 pips to the top side, honestly. I don't think I'm going to be able to scale up anymore. I'm going to secure 2% on this right now, bro. I'm going to secure 2% on this. 200 pips to the top side. Letting this TP get here. There we go. 180 pips. That's our TP. But look at that, guys. 60 pips up, man. Look at the trouble gold has been causing us. Let's do some damage, man. Jeez. Wow. Made us wait so much today. But finally, it pays off. There we go. That's the sort of Fridays we like. Not those other Fridays, man. These sort of Fridays. Are you guys in these trades, by the way? Anyone in this trade? In this buy position here?
Yes.
Nice, 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 nice. There we go. Lovely stuff. Lovely, lovely stuff. Finally played out, guys. Wow. Anyway, I'm gonna look to manage positions, so I gotta take my meta trader 5. But yeah, that's the position right there, guys. So you guys can see. Let's go. It's working out lovely. I want to scale in, but first I want to wait. We want to be extra careful, super careful. Did I do? Let's see how much of a pullback we can get now. Is a break-even trade, by the way, guys. This one here, my stop loss is not open anymore. It is a break-even trade now. I want to scale up on this though. I want to scale up. First I want to see the leg down. If we can get leg down, then I'll scale up. Needs to give me a nice leg down first. Potentially to 70. I want to see this area gets turned into a support area, 70 area, and then after take it back up. If we can get rejection, like a nice area, a nice rejection from 70. Oh, someone's listening to that music. Below 70, I'm a happy man. Okay, first this trade here now, risk free. Want to scale in, but want to wait for those confirmations first, because I'm really looking to cash in on this move. It's gonna be a big move. It's only pushed up a little bit. I'm only up 40 pips. I want to see minimum 200 pips today to the top side. That's what we are interested in. So we're going to look to capitalize on this move up now. This is it. This should be it now. We should get really explosive moves to the top side. The daily should really stuff. Oh wow, look at this daily candle, man. Wow. If we can start clearing this resistance area here that we have, honestly this daily can, like Friday, can really close all the way to the top side, right? At this point now we've gotten the rejection, but you gotta understand this is Friday as well. It needs to close somewhere, right? So might want to come back to the top side, close up there somewhere, 86. But it really depends. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens, man. Okay, tapped into 70 area now. Let's see if we can start turning this into some sort of support area at this point now. Let's see. I want to see a nice engulfing bullish candle here though. Nice engulfing bullish candle, honestly. See if we can get some sort of next leg up at this point. When you see all of this gets exhausted, the bearish momentum and nice bullish momentum kicks in at this point. Let's see how these candles start to print at this point. Starting to reject from the top side. You want to see all of that. There we go. Something like this. Oh, it didn't let me open my position. My gosh. Never mind. Why magic keys? Why do that to me? It made me miss my entry. Oh gosh. Max trade ideas per day. Let's change the... Why you gotta do me like that, gold? Why you gotta do me like that, man? Risk. Let's do this. Okay, everything looks good. No issues over here now. Oh man, that would have been a good entry, honestly. Amazing entry. That would have been an amazing entry, actually. Literally, it was like halfway off that bullish candle. Literally, it was going to be all the way down there. But at this point now, just got to let it go. Would have scalped it quickly. Was going to catch it all the way from there quickly. Get that scalp. 1-to-1 would have been tapped. It is what it is. Let's just wait for it now. I want to see these highs get cleared now to create the next leg up at this point. Our pullback candle, so as soon as we start breaking those highs, things should be good, starting to go to the top side of the range. At that point, these lows should be respected, right? So, but I want to see these highs get cleared, something like this. Yeah, I'm stacking up on this now, but I want to see it push up a lot more though. Then I can hold it as well. So I need to make this break even, so it needs to start breaking these highs now. Took a tiny position here, guys. Stop loss below the current structure, because we shouldn't break this at this point if it wants to push up, right? Otherwise it's going to start creating new lower lows. At that point I don't want to be part of it. So yeah, because I have a position all the way from down there, I'll be in deep profits if this works out as well. But at this point I want to have another pullback, another leg to stack up. So this is my second position stacked up. I'm not looking to stack up like 10 positions here. I'm being sensible with stacking as well. So I'm not going to start stacking up positions. So now second stack, like literally here, stop loss needs to go something like this. So now for me to stack up again, let me show you, it has to be something like up here, come down, retest this, stop loss like below the structure, and up here. So I'm going to stack up something like this, and then basically, obviously, when we start getting to the mid-range of the, so I can see myself stacking up to like the mid-range, right? So look, let's see where the mid-range is first, and see how much we can stack up. So let me just turn my magic keys on quickly. All right. Okay, so the mid-range of gold, how many pips has it dropped? It's dropped about 300 plus pips actually. So the mid-range is, we can actually have a mid-range all the way to 73. So yeah, anything below this I think should be good to go, but above this I'm not looking to stack. At that point it becomes a bit tricky, right? So anything below this, if I get nice leg up, leg down structure, wavy structure, I'll look to stack. But anything above this, not interested whatsoever. It's too high for me to stack up. At that point, profits, we should be in deep profits, everything break even, no risk on the table. Below this, risk on the table makes sense, but above this, it doesn't make sense whatsoever. It's starting to tap into this resistance area here as well. So yeah, let's see how it plays out. Can we see a nice explosive push up to the top side? Really expecting something nice. Risk-free trade though. Trade is risk-free. Because I don't want it to go down. It's going to tap me out at that point if it starts pushing down. I want these structures to get respected, create that higher leg up. Something like this. I want to execute on it. Let's create the next leg up, stack. It needs to create the next leg up, and I'm stacking. Stop loss below this structure now. Shouldn't break this structure, especially this area here. At that point, once we create the new leg up. But first, let's create the leg up. Man, that was such a good position I executed on. It was like around here. Stop loss was going to go below this. Like, it would have given me my 1-to-1 easily. But it didn't activate. Let's see if we can hold. I'm up 28 pips in profits. This position I'm looking to take it up to minimum 100 pips. Let's see if we can hold. It is a Friday, so that's the thing, right? It is a Friday. We can really get those massive rejections today because it needs to end, right? That's the thing. It needs to end. Where can it close? Where can the weekly really close? Is it going to close below the support area on a Friday? I don't know, man. I don't know. Is it going to close above the support area? Yes, but you're starting to tap into this area right here. Look. So at this point now, you're going to get those pullbacks. And then once we turn this area into a support area, I think we can get the next explosive push up. I want to see this area gets turned into a support area first. So create that up, next leg up. That's the best thing about catching the position all the way from down here. We got all of this room to play with now. So let's see. Seems like the momentum is starting to exhaust as well. Tops I'm going to give is another hour to see if I can get any position stacked up. Otherwise, if we don't see anything in another hour, I'm going to call it a day because it is a Friday. Don't want to have a long session. One position's in deep profits is all good. No need to be greedy. There we go. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. Let's go, gold. Let's go. That's what we like to see. Straight push up. That's it. It needs to break this now. Create the next leg up. Let's go. Let's go, boy. Let's go. Look at this beauty. That's it. Let's go. Look at this beauty, guys. See that push up. Let's go. What a nice push up. Telling you, this is the weekly closing. It needs to close off. It needs to reject now from the downside. Heavy rejection. It needs to start closing up, honestly. It needs to just start clearing this range up now at this point. Now, this is the next leg up. There we go. There we go. What a beauty, man. It needs to clear this range, though, before I get too happy. Because this range might just become that rejection area. As soon as we clear this at this point now, start turning this into a support, I think we should be good to go up. Let's check this. Okay, yeah, there you go. This is it. That's the news event kicking in at 3 o'clock. But it's an orange folder, but that's exactly what we were expecting. Some sort of nice push up with it. Is it orange folder, but you still get some volatility kicking in, right? But at this point now, let's see. Can we start pushing up now? We did get some sort of help with it, or we're going to start pushing down now. Either way, it needs to go one way now, right? Got a really nice push up with the news event, though. Really nice push up. So it has given gold a bit of kick now to create the next leg up. If I can get the next leg up, retest stack. This point, this is becoming a double bottom as well. Strong support area, lovely. Just need to clear these highs at this point now, and I think we should be good. I want to see this minute candle just explode to the top side. Nice explosion to the top side. Let's go. Okay. Okay, open calc. Oh, what did I do? Oh, hold up. That's something else. Okay. Need to clear this range, guys, before we can stack up. Because it was such an explosive move with news, the pullback can be really explosive as well. May, how many positions you got stacked up from down there?
2.
2. Nice, 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 nice. I want to stack up another, but I want to see this gets cleared first. I'm up like 50 pips right now. 60 pips now, actually. I want to see this range gets cleared first, honestly, like a nice close above this. And then next leg, I'll look to stack up again. 60 pips, 70 pips up, guys. Nice. 70 pips up. If I start seeing 100 pips, I'll show you guys. Just for the fun of it, right? But until then, let me just please focus on this. Need to manage positions. You know how it goes. But yeah, I'm saying I'm holding this until I see like 200 pips to the top side. 100 pips might be coming. 100 pips on a Friday will be lovely to see though. There we go. That's the MetaTrader 5. As you guys can see, 100 pips might be coming now, guys. 80 plus pips up at this point. See this beast, this volatile beast. That's what gold is. Gold is a volatile beast. 100 pips coming right now. Up $2,000 in profits right there, guys. Look at this. It's about to show me 100 pips on a Friday, guys. Look at that. About to see 100 pips on a Friday. And I've not even stacked up. I'm only got up with like 2 positions because I told you I'm waiting for the next leg down for me to stack up. I haven't got that yet. It will come soon, right? But yeah, until then, I'm not looking to stack up. But look at this beast though. We're about to see 100 pips on a Friday, guys. 100 pips on a Friday. Can you guys see this? Just needs to clear these highs and then 100 pips on a Friday. If it doesn't come now, I'm going to take my MetaTrader 5 back because I want to stack up. So I want to focus because I can't really focus. This screen's a bit too far. The screen's right next to my eyes. Need to move all the way around here for me to look at MetaTrader 5. I want to see the next leg down, honestly, soon. But if it starts clearing these highs at that point, we're pushing up. Straight up, honestly. Alright guys, I'll be back when I see 100 pips. Promise. But I'm holding this, man. We're tapping this top side at this point now. Here we can expect some rejections and pullbacks and create that next leg down, but it should be very explosive, honestly, at this point now. As I said, guys, this was my plan. I executed on something like this, right? And now the next one will be something up there. Until then, I will not be looking to... So when I say stack, I mean like playing structure by structure, not stack as in like it's going up and I'm stacking 20 positions. No. That's not the way to stack. Maybe the word stack is not the right word to use here. Scaling up. I'm scaling up. Adding risk as soon as... So I only add risk. So like in order for me to add more risk now, this position that I have needs to first become risk free. So like I've got 2 positions, right? Second position, the risk is on. First position, the risk is off. Does that make sense, right, guys? So now if the second position, I can take the risk off, make it break even, then I can stack up another position and risk. At that point, because I got profits from this position, profits from this position, this stops me out. Guess what? I'll take out these 2 positions as well, secure profits, right? That's the thing. Until then, not looking to take anything until I can make this risk-free. I'll make this risk-free when I get the next leg down, explosive move, breaking out of 76. At that point, I'll look to make it risk-free. Until then, holding to the top side. Up $1,000 on a 2 lot. What a beauty, right? 50 pips. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing, exactly. Because you got to understand, it's very bearish. This can just be a retest, right? So you want to be super careful. But once we clear this area here, we're starting to clear the mid-range as well. We have clean traffic to the top side. So it's just that 76 area I want to see gets cleared first. And then it will be really nice to take it back up. But we need to just clear that 76 area first. Because this can again be a retest, right? Just a deeper retest to start dropping all the way back down. Because we are quite bearish on gold. But again, if we start clearing the 70, 40, 76 area, at that point I'll have a lot of confidence. Let's see though. Let's see. But you want to see sustainable price action again and again. You don't want to see explosive moves. You want to see sustainable price action. Push down, push down, push down. That point is great. And then you can, you know, chill your stop losses as well. And then you can hold your positions. If it's just like you're catching those quick scalps, at that point you can't trail anything. At this point, the way we're trading zone to zone, right? So we can start structure to structure, zone to zone. We can start scaling up and down, basically. Okay, let's see now if we can create the next leg up, retest this structure again, start breaking out of this to push up. Or are we gonna see some sort of freaky Friday moves kick in, take it straight back down? So now let's see if we can create the next leg up. Got the pullback, the nice leg down, wavy structure, creating higher highs at this point now. Now you want this candle to kind of like push up and get off everything to the left. Start clearing these highs straight to the top side, and then at that point I'm expecting rejections around 76, because this is the area, right? And we know gold likes to go to the T, so I'm expecting this to get tapped, and then after that we can see. But once we clear this, I think we should be good to go. But this is it now. Got the leg down at this point. Now I want to see this area gets cleared with some sort of momentum straight up to 76. Straight up to 76. Oh, there we go. Straight up. What a beast. What a beast. I think we're going to see 100 pips today though, guys. Most definitely. Man, I need to change some settings on this. Kind of like turn it more like a MetaTrader 4 now. So used to MetaTrader 4. It's a little bit different. There we go. This is the next leg up. But you don't want to see rejections from this point on. And you don't want to see, you know, lower lows and lower highs start to form up. You want to see this gets cleared with momentum. And 100 pips are coming at that point. Two. 1% up right now. So let's see. Can we get the nice explosive move up now? Straight up to the TP. Can we, or are we going to see a rejection here? Let's see. Let me just show you the MetaTrader 5 again, just so you guys can see those 100 pips. Or are we going to see that massive explosive rejection from here? This is me just letting you guys see the 100 pips. It's very risky what I'm doing right now because I don't have control over the MetaTrader 5. It's on my other screen, which is kind of far away from me. But yeah, let's see. 100 pips. With all this weight, we deserve to see 100 pips today though, minimum. Total P&L up 1% at the moment. As I said, if we clear this, I have more confidence in this and I'm looking to hold this. But it's just this last bit of area, and then after that we go 76. At just a little bit above 76, I'm going to take a 1 position at 1% profits, and then the rest one, the one all the way from down there, I'm going to let it run. But this one up here, I'm going to take it out. But we just need to clear this. If we don't clear these guys and start clearing, start making lower lows and lower highs, at that point I'm going to look to manage. But as soon as we start clearing this, I'm kind of looking to make this risk-free as well at that point. Not risk-free, but stop loss a little bit tighter, right? Above my P&L line. So at that point, even if it taps me out, both positions will get tapped out in profits. No risk whatsoever. But let's see if we can go off first. Come on, gold. Let's see those 100 pips. Don't go back now from here. Alright guys, I'll be back again shortly when we start approaching 100 pips. Because it seems like it wants to play games right now. We got another 4 minutes left as well for the new 15-minute to open, so let's see how that plays out. Okay, can we see the 100 pips now? Can this be the candle exploding to the top side, or is this a candle exploding to the downside? Okay, if it starts breaking these lows, guys, I'm gonna look to just see if I can manage my positions, being super careful here as well. So yeah, let me just take my MetaTrader 5 back. I'll bring it back if we see 100 pips again. Gotta manage positions at all cost. Okay. It's just this top side of the range. We need to clear this now to create the next leg up. At that point, I think we should be really good to go up. And it's starting to reject from the downside as well. I think we just need to have that last bit of momentum kick in. And if we can open above this, and this 15-minute can close above this, next 15-minute can come down, just retest the lows and straight explosive push up. I really want to see this area gets tapped. 86 minimum. I want to see at least 86 gets tapped today to the top side. Can really see that happening. But let's see, we got another 3 minutes left. If we can open above this zone that we have, the next 15 minutes, if it can open above this zone, I'll be a really happy man. Honestly, it just needs to clear these highs over here, explode with some sort of momentum to the top side. Let's see, is it tempting to do that now? There we go, that's what you like to see. Let's see if we can start clearing these, and 100 pips are coming now. Hopefully. There we go. For the 4th time. Can we see 100 pips now? And 100 pips are coming, guys. There we go. 95 pips up right now. 97 pips up. Can we see 100 pips on a Friday? Okay, this is another minute left for the new 15-minute open. This one opened literally at the resistance. You're going to see some resistance kicking it over here, taking the price down. But if we can get a nice open above this, I'll be really, really happy. Above this, not at the resistance level. That's what I'm looking for. A nice close above this. Because if it closes at resistance, then it's going to give us that nice push down. But if we can close literally at this, above this resistance level, next one can come down, retest, take it back up. I want to make this risk-free as well. Until then, I need to give a little bit more room to breathe, otherwise it will tap me out. But my stop loss is all the way down there. Less than 0.5% risk. Dynamic risk. Okay, another minute left for the 15-minute open. If we can start clearing the highs of the range, it will be the best thing ever. Just needs to clear this top side of the range. This is it, the new 15-minute open. At this point, it needs to start pushing down and see how much of a bottom wick we can get. Yeah, at this point, it needs to at least push down to, what's it called, 72. At that point, I need to start clearing the highs. So let's see what happens now. This is the new 15-minute open. We closed below the structure. So yeah, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I think with this now, if we can start breaking this leg, we can start creating the leg up. If we start breaking this structure now with the new 15-minute open. But around 4 o'clock, so which is obviously end of this hour, I'm looking to take out all the positions. It is a Friday. At that time, it's going to start dying out the momentum. So I don't want to be in any sort of trades. So this 15-minute, I wanted to create a bottom wick, start rejecting, and then start pushing to the top side. Start pushing straight to the top side. And as soon as I think we clear 76, as soon as we start clearing 76, we're going to get such a nice leg up. But this should be it now. This should be the rejection, start breaking all high straight to the top side. Straight to the top side. There we go. It's attempting to go up. Let's see if it can hold. And now look, if you get the next leg up, you can make this, I can make this trade risk-free as well. So that's why I want to see the next leg up now. There we go. It's attempting to pull up a little bit now. Let's see if this area holds or if we can start exploding to the top side. But the bottom wick is good at this point now. It could be a little bit deeper to be honest. The bottom wick could be a nice retest of this area, so we can explore to the top side. But if this holds at this point now, I think, yeah, that could be it, because there's so much momentum to the top side, right? So we just need to clear this top side of the range, and we should be good to go up. At that point, next area is 76, and once we're past 76, that's it, all the way to the top side. We're going. That's where we're going. There we go. It's attempting to break to the top side. Literally just need to clear these highs and we should be good. Should be good to go up. There we go. Let's see if we can break these highs now. And that's it. Attempting to break these highs now. Let's see if it starts exploding. And you see some more momentum. It's holding nicely. As you guys can see, it's holding nicely at this point. Yeah, it's holding really nice. And 100 pips up, guys. There we go. On a Friday. That's what we like to see. 100 pips on a Friday. Look at this beast, man. 100 pips up on a Friday, guys. Look at this beast, man. What a beast. I'm going to take out one position up here, though, to secure some profits. But we're up 2.6k right now. So, yeah, 100 pips up at this point. Anyway, I'm going to take my MetaTrader 5 just so I can manage some positions. But 100 pips on a Friday. Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. What a lovely day this was. 100 pips Friday, guys. Okay, this area now, honestly, is being approached. So either we can get rejection from here, but if we clear this, oh man, a nice push to the top side is coming, guys. A really nice push to the top side is coming. It's just this last bit of area now can turn into a rejection area. But if we clear this, ooh, really, really nice push to the top side is coming at that point. Because look, we're going to start turning this into a support. And now it's going to start rejecting because it is a Friday. And we're going to see this retracement at least to here. And this will be like a massive rejection. So at least 86 we can see. Let's see. Exciting stuff. This is the last bit of area now. If we either this will obviously turn into that pullback area, right? And the 4-hour upper wick will be done. But now if we clear this 4-hour upper wick after tapping into this resistance area, which is a really strong area, right? We expected price to reject from this area earlier, remember? So either this can become that pullback area and you can see some sort of explosive moves to the downside. If that happens, I'm going to call it a day, honestly. But now if we start clearing this with some sort of momentum, will come in all the way up at that point. So let's just see how this area holds, honestly. It'll be interesting to see. So both of my positions are risk-free at this point though, guys. I don't have any more risk on. Everything is risk-free at this point. So yeah, I can easily get stopped out if it pushes down because it's that risk-free. But if we clear these highs at this point now after tapping into this, oh, that would be so beautiful, honestly. That would be like the best thing ever. if we can start clearing these highs again now. If we can create the next leg up, honestly, it will be just a beauty. It will be such a beautiful move to the top side, because this is the only issue area that we have where we can get those pullbacks from, you know, a lot of momentum can kick in. But if there is no momentum to the downside after tapping into this area, and we clear this with some sort of momentum, oh wow, we're seeing like at least 200 pips to the top side, that's for sure. But this is the only area I'm concerned about. Let's see though how it plays out. That's why it makes sense to even secure some profits around here if it starts breaking candle lows, previous candle lows. So I would most definitely secure profits if I see some momentum to the downside kick in. And then rest you're obviously holding anyway, but still secure some profits, right? At this point you're in profits, you want to secure some profits. But as long as this area holds, I think we're good to go. This, you see, you're getting that momentum to the top side. Let's see if we clear this. Should be amazing move up, honestly. Really exciting move up. Just gonna secure some profits over here now. Tiny bit of profits, right? Yeah, we paid. Yeah, we paid. Two. So I have secured profits up here, guys, at this level, because as I said, this can turn into that turning point, right? And we're not predicting, we are reacting. So at this point it made sense to secure profits, make everything risk-free. But as soon as we start clearing these, we have more confidence that it wants to go up. So I might even look to add more risk as soon as we clear this area. But it was the most sensible thing to do. Secure at least 50% of your profits up here, and then I still have positions running at break even and risk free. Let me show you guys. You guys can see I've secured profits. My P&O has gone down, you see, because I've closed 50%, but everything's risk free. I can't lose any more money. So the only thing I can do now is gain. So as soon as it starts clearing this, guess what? If I want to really add the risk back, the risk that I took out, I can add it back, right? It will be the most sensible thing to do. But why would you want to hold the whole position and just get stopped out without securing anything when you know that it's tapping into that area where you can potentially start reversing from? We are not predicting. We are doing our analysis, and then after that we're just waiting for price to react. And then when it reacts and works in our way, we're just going to react to it. That's it, simple as that. It's a Friday. If you've made all these profits, you're up like 100 pips on a Friday, be grateful and secure something. See, when you take those losses are small and the winners are massive. Gotta keep that in your mind, guys. On Friday, usually people blow up their accounts. That's when people lose a lot of money. So you are already like part of the 10%. Yeah, you got wicked out earlier, but this is a massive move. If you look at risk to reward, all the stop losses when we got wicked out, I can even go back to my history. They were tiny stop losses. Right now you're in heavy profits. Heavy profits. Isn't gold still bearish? I don't know, you tell me. Do you think gold is bearish? I'm in a buy position though. It's just the last bit of area. I think as soon as we clear this, we should really be good to go up. It's just this last bit of area we need to clear. But look, guys, just look at my charts. Look how it literally goes to the T. See? Told you it's going to go to the T and then from there reject. But now if we clear this area, oh wow, it will be such a beautiful move to the top side. But at this point, everyone should be in like heavy profits, man. Heavy profits. So secure profits. secure profits, and then let the rest do its thing. But I'll most definitely look to take out everything though. If it doesn't explode out of this in the next hour, like, you know, before the 4 o'clock open, at that point I'll look to take this out. So I really want to see this explosive move come, because it's starting to look exhausted at this point now. This is that point where price can start turning from. So I want to be super careful, really. Super careful. So who's in a position at the moment? Are you guys in a position? Selena, Garcia, May, or are you guys done for the day?
Yeah, I'm done for the day.
Done.
Or you guys secured your profits, yeah? Yeah,
Yeah.
the only reason I'm really holding is I've secured some profits as well, but I can see this, man. I can see this. I can really see this get corrected today, honestly. It needs to get corrected. And it's a Friday. It's a Friday. You got to understand, where is it going to close for Friday? Is it really going to close like a massive engulfing bearish candle? It can, it very possibly can, is gold, but it's highly unlikely, right? That's the thing. So it needs to at least close with a little bit of a rejection. So that's the thing. Either it can close here now, start bouncing off of this range, but that's the thing. If we clear this, then obviously we're closing up there somewhere, most definitely. So that's why I'm looking to hold this. There is potential to the top side. We need to clear these highs though. At that point we should be good to go up. So look at another thing, guys. This is when our session started, 1:30. This whole move down from there to there was only about 100 pips, and now the move that we've capitalized on is actually bigger than the move down. So this buy setup was bigger than the move down, if that makes sense, right? So we were willing to miss on this to actually capitalize on the bigger move. So at this point now, if this clears this will be an amazing move. Keep that in your mind. Keep that in your mind, guys. Another minute left as well for the new 30 minutes to open. Let's see what the new 30 minute does. At this point we can see that this one has done a retest, pullback. Next one can create the bottom wick maybe and then push up, break all highs. Let's see. Because we understand we need some sort of sustainable price action, but after tapping this, honestly, we didn't get like a crazy rejection, so it's still holding. We didn't see like an insane rejection. Maybe the next 30 minute might be the rejection candle, never know, right? But we can only go based off what we can see, right? So now at this point, is this candle going to turn into that rejection candle? Let's see. Okay, one of my positions one of my positions got tapped out at break even. That's why I secured some profits on it. It's got tapped out now. The other one is still running and it's up 40 pips. So yeah, let's see now if this can create that bottom wick and potentially push up, or is this going to start turning into the rejection? We shall find out, I guess. We shall find out. Let's see how it closes first. Let's just quickly see. Can we get another one? Maybe. Can we? Can you bounce up from here? Push up now. Let's start bouncing up from here. Start engulfing everything to the left. So if it breaks these lows at that point, obviously it's coming down, right? So let's see if these lows do get respected and you start flipping now. At that point, we can potentially go up to retest the highs. But let's see first. Is it gonna flip as well? Really want to see how this candle plays out. Really want to see that. Starting to come back now, starting to reject from the downside, but it's not very explosive. That's the thing. We have gotten reaction around here. At this point now, we're starting to break these lows. So let's see what happens. Let's see. I think if we clear these lows over here, we can come down a little bit then. Let's see though. If we clear these lows, I'm gonna close 50% at that point. Close half. Yeah, I'm gonna close half now. Most definitely. Manage some more profits. Let's see. Have that bottom wick now. What does it want to do at this point? What's it going to do at this point? Is it just creating that wavy structure? We don't know yet. Let's see. Let's see what gold wants to do from here now.
You think it's gonna come down to 1770 to that support?
It depends how it holds around this area, because from here we can start flying back up. This area is crucial now. If it starts rejecting, see a lot of engulfing candles printing out, I think we're flying all the way to the top side at that point. Let's see though. But if we see massive rejections to the downside at this point, then yeah, we can come down a little bit. Because this is the turning point, right? This area here. So it really depends now. But I would like it to go up from here though. Because obviously I have a position running all the way from down there. So yeah. But it's a Friday, man. So gotta be super careful. Because momentum will start to die out in a little bit now. That's why I'm looking to just close everything at this point now. Slowly starting to chop everything off.
Tranquilo, bro. No se dan niggas up, Are you on mute? I can't hear you.
Oh, I was on mute. Oh, my bad. But yeah, guys, starting to play out now. This is turning into that pullback area at this point, seems like. So now look, we have the bottom wick and we have the upper wick, right? So as soon as we break this, the next destination is the previous wick. So let's see how it plays out. Let's see how it plays out. Because two things are happening. Either it's starting to create lower lows and lower highs, or it's going to start obviously going back up to the range. So let's see the top side of the range. And if we can clear that, it'll be happy days. Happy days. Let's see though. This point is simple. Either you're creating higher highs or higher lows. This will be either the turning point or obviously second attempt to go up to the top side of the range and then from there take it back down. But at this point, would I want to sell right now? No. Previous one rejected, but the rejection wasn't really that massive. It just seems like a pullback. This one came down, just retested it. Honestly, it didn't really break the lows, just retested because the previous candle did not have the bottom wick anyway. So this point now you see massive rejection to the top side again. And now it's created those highs, is pulling back again, creating that second leg down. And as soon as it breaks this, I think we're coming all the way to the top side. We have that range, another 15 pips to the top side. Let's see though. Let's see how it plays out. Let's see how it clears this resistance area. Is it going to reject from here, or we get a nice push up? Okay, there we go. See, this point a lot of bearish momentum kicking in now. So if it starts breaking these lows here, then you know it's coming down to that support area. So you can use that as a confidence basically, right? But at this point, you don't want this to turn into some sort of fake out candle. Let's see if we can manage at this point. Kind of manage this crap. Kind of manage this shit, man. Alright. If it starts clearing these lows now, minute structure at that point, you know it's coming down. This is where you should start reversing from. A lot of momentum to the top side, but if it clears this structure at that point, you know it's coming down to the next support area. But this should be that retest. Potentially massive bullish momentum should kick in now. This candle should get off the previous candle at this point now. But if it breaks those lows, you want to see, but hopefully, so 46 pips, so I want to be super careful. Look to secure more profits if possible. Let's see how these candles react now around this area. Is it going to consolidate, break the highs, or is it going to start pushing down? Let's see. Okay, can we start seeing an engulfing candle now to the top side? Because it needs to clear this top side of the range. At the moment it's creating lower lows now, right? But again, higher highs right there. Haven't broken the structure just yet. So let's see. If we can break, if we haven't broken this, we're still within the higher high structure, right? So keep that in your mind. So if this candle can engulf everything to the left, at that point we should be good to go up. But yeah, honestly, I'm looking to call it a day now, guys. Getting really late into the session now. Let's just see what price does for this last hour. And yeah, let's see what happens. I think we can potentially go to the top side of the range now. Over here. Shilly. Let's see how this kind of reacts at this point now. There we go. Honestly, if we clear this now, I think we can calm down a little bit. Because at that point, this is just turning into that turning point, right? Otherwise, we're just maintaining this higher structure. So let's see what happens now. See, you're getting a lot of momentum to the top side now. my stop loss is all the way down there, so if it breaks this, closing another half below here, closing half. If it breaks these lows, closing half. Let's see if it maintains. Massive bullish candle to the top side. Let's see what happens now. If I see one nice bearish candle here, I'll take a trade, full margin to the downside. Full margin to the tops, to the downside. We had a lot of move to the top side now. It needs to go to the downside. Oh gosh, man. Still sitting at 40 pips right now. Let's see what happens. Tiny position at this point. I did chop down a lot of it.
And where is going to be shipped? And then what kind of address from?
We can break those lows, yeah.
Address, from destination to the delivery.
I'm actually gonna make my stop loss a little bit tighter now.
So then we will send you a whole request form, because I told them you want to open a trade account, you want to go to the next stage, and I told them you are already working with them, so you know the inspired because they have a trade account with you, so it's like a kind of reference. So she said if you send the email to this booking one, whenever you want, so we can get it for
Coming back to the downside of the range. So if it breaks the downside of the range, I'm taking out this position at that point. This should be respected if it wants to push up, right? Clear higher high structure, higher lows, higher high. This should engulf off everything to the left now and push straight to the top side with a lot of momentum. But if we start breaking these, I'm taking out this position. We should not break these highs whatsoever. I mean, these highs whatsoever, unless it wants to push up, right? I mean, these lows should be respected, higher high structure. Let's see what happens. I think we can start pushing up a little bit now, though. There we go. Nice push up.
Yeah, let's have a quick look.
Terrible to do. 60 pips back. Let's see if we can clear the range, though. Let's see if we can do that.
I think all the is going to be around 8. You can write them between 8 and 12. At the moment we write them 8. Yeah. Say it's between. Yes, please. Thank you.
So this point, like, let me show you guys. Look, see this structure here? This should not break at this point. This structure down here should not break. If it breaks, at that point, this whole thing becomes invalid. So let's see what happens. So the top side of that range right now. So yeah. Let's look at the 15 minutes, what the 15 minutes shows us. It's the new 15 minute as well. Have that bottom wick starting to come up to retest the highs at this point now. Got the pullback from the highs. Let's see what happens at this point. Let's see. Really see what happens. 3, 2, 2. The resistance level up here as well. Maybe can get a pullback from there, but if we clear this, I think should be good to the top side of the range at least. Let's see, starting to pull up again now. This 15-minute might be the one that engulfs everything to the left. Let's see how it closes. Let's see, can we get some sort of rejections? Look to manage everything again. Let's see, can we manage stuff? Can we manage risk? Over here, to the top side. So we're gonna start pushing up from here to the top side. Or we're gonna see some sort of pullbacks. This is the tap resistance area up there as well. We're gonna see this candle start to engulf everything now.
Yes, I get that. The reference number is Zulu Alpha. Yeah. 795 800 and quantity is 18th January 22.
Okay, starting to push up now at this point.
22.
Are we gonna see a rejection from here or a straight push up? Let's see. I think if we break this wick now, I think can get a nice push up if you don't see a rejection from here. Let's see how this candle moves now. Is it gonna reject or push up? This is the rejection point now. Let's look to manage everything here though. Let's see if this candle holds now. To give us that nice push up to the top side of the range. Oh, hold up. Give me a tiny position here, gold. What's happening? Give me a tiny position here, please. Oh, I might have to execute manually. Well, nah, just call it a day at this point, honestly. Because I can see so much potential to the top side. I want to really stack up another tiny position or two on this. Really do want to stack up. I think that's my second entry missed now. It's for the second time now. I've missed this entry again because of magic keys. No, not 2%. We don't risk 2%. It's too much. Okay. Seems like it would have worked out nicely, but now gotta let it go. Gotta let it go at this point. But yeah, as you guys can see, still in profits. Let's see. We're approaching the top side of the range at this point. Just need more momentum to kick in, really. That's it, honestly. And yeah, top side of the range could be nice if we can get something like that. But I think once we clear this with some sort of momentum, we got so much range to the top side, right? So much range, honestly. Just need to clear this. This was the pullback. That's why we done what we done, right? $400. There you go. That would have been such a beautiful entry, man. If Magic Keys didn't mess me up, honestly, it would have been such a beautiful entry, man. Just one more little stack to the top side. But can't do anything now at this point now. Needs to clear this structure at this point now. This high structure, as soon as we break these highs, all the way to the top side. All the way to the top side at that point. That would have been such a beautiful entry, man. It's had clean range to the top side. Honestly, clean range. Such a clean range. Okay, we're approaching this now, the top side. Let's see if we can clear it. At that point, retest and then start taking it up from there. Let's see what happens. Either this will turn into a double top formation, or we're going to start clearing this with some sort of momentum. So let's see. I think we can really clear it. There we go. Nice. There we go. We're starting to clear this top now, guys. It looks amazing at this point. Okay, there we go. It looks really, really great at this point. Let's see if we can clear this with some sort of momentum. And then we can get explosive move to the top side at that point, hopefully. There we go. Let's see now. Are we going to start rejecting, start turning this into a support to push up? Let's see. Need to now pull back, turn this into a support. We've broken the highs at this point now, so we can get explosive push to the top side. We got clean range as well. It just needs to break the highs again one more time. Just have that pullback and then nice push up to the top side. Let's see if we can get that. This should be your pullback now. Break straight back up. Nice. Okay, let's see what happens here now. Yeah, so we can see it's starting to push up nicely now. Really, really nicely. This is that pullback area though. But there we go. Let's see if we can get a nice close above this first. Retest to take it back up again. Well, my position's up 80 pips at the moment. I plan on holding this, as I said, but I want to see if we can clear the top side of the range first. We have a really nice range above this though. Very nice range above this. This should be the pullback now. So once we've had the pullback at this point now, it shouldn't be a rejection, otherwise it's just a consolidation that we're stuck in now. We understand that, right? But now this should be the pullback. Should break to the top side, honestly. Now this should start rejecting. Let's break to the top side. If we break this high now, I think we should be good to go up. Should be really good to go up. Let's see what happens. Could get a nice 20 pip move to the top side. Just remember, we did break the structure, created a new high, so pullback is expected at this point, and then afterwards you're expecting a break of this to take it back up. Potentially that's what you're looking for. But guys, on YouTube we're gonna call it a day. We're gonna stick on Zoom for a little bit, but we're gonna call it a day on